YouTube, what's up? It's the fourth Ken, the 14-year-old barber. I'm here with another haircut tutorial. Today, I'm gonna bring you our Ronnie Banks haircut tutorial. So first, what I'm doing here is separating the hair with some clips, and then combing his other hairs down, and then putting my 3-guard on my Oster fast feeds. First, we started out with it open, but then we closed it. Basically, trial and error. See how much I wanted to take off, and then took off the rest. So. But yeah, guys, we about to hit 1,000 subs. Hopefully by the time I post this video, we hit 1,000. But yeah, I appreciate all the support. I'm real excited for the future of this channel. But so I started my first guideline right at the start of the top of his ear. And we did lever open right above that. Then removed it, we're halfway and then closed. And then put our 1-guard on there. You don't want to go up too high. Preferably right where his C-cup ends. And then you get that line out with the 0-guard after you close it with. So yeah, we getting it out with the 0-guard. Not flicking out, just playing around with that lever. Then we go back, no guard. Playing with that lever also. Then we remove that bulk from the top with the number 2. First we had it open, then we closed it. And I'm going up pretty high with this. Basically to the top, but not all the way. You can go above his C-cup also. So then we get our Speedo guides, the number 0, but it's the 1.5. I love this guard, man. Y'all saw how that line easily came out. Only thing I had to go back and do is with the 1-guard, playing around with the lever also. It's that easy, guys. To do a fade, it's that easy. So then we're going in with our 0-guard once again. Playing around with that lever. Flicking out. Then we're going to go ahead and do the back. So we pin his hair up, also on this side, with a few of my clips. And then we go in with our 3-guard, as we did on the other side. Making sure it's all even all around. I did the back part in sections, so that y'all could see it better, like in the back part. Because my iPhone was facing this direction. So we putting this guideline in real high. Then once we do lever open, our second step, then that guideline is probably about at the bottom of his ear. Maybe even a little bit higher. So we going with our 1-guard, doing the same steps as our previous side. Then we put it halfway, getting that line out slowly but surely. Gotta be patient. And then we close it, playing around with that lever. Then we get our 0-guard. Not flicking out, just going straight up in the corners of the direction that the hair grows. Then after this, we're gonna go in no guard, just to completely fade that bottom line out. Playing with that lever. Right now it's at lever open, but then I put it up to the first notch. Just playing around, because sometimes you can't use the textbook steps that you were taught to get out a line or do a haircut. Trial and error, basically. That's what barbering is all about, trial and error. Knowing what you could do, knowing what you can't do with certain type of textures of hair. This client of mine, well, as I said before, this is the first time I cut him. So, yeah, he has a different type of texture of hair. It's not African American texture, nor Caucasian. I know his mom's from Belize, so he got that tropical type hair. So then we go in with our 1.5 guard with the Speedo guides. Got it closed right now. Then we go in with our 1-guard, lever open. Flicking out the top of that line. Then we do some detail work with no guard, lever open. I did put it halfway, flicking out that bottom line. As you can see, it's not really a line, it's very faint, but here's the other side, it's fast forwarded. And then the left side is also fast forwarded, so I'm gonna let y'all watch it. So at this point in the haircut, we're gonna prep for his lineup, for the shape up. So I remove those clips from the other sides of his head, put it on his front hairline, pinning it up, but also removing some of the baby hairs and combing them down with the thin part of my comb. And some of them may be long, but once you take it down, they'll be shorter and be ready to shape up. So I'm pinning the right side of his head, getting those corners ready to be shaped up in his C-cup. So then we take our one guard, put it on our Oster fast feeds, and prepping that lineup, going with the green. First it was open, but then I was like playing around with that lever, and I closed it. He has a cowlick in the front also, so that's where his natural hairline starts. So it's closed. So then we go ahead on our back lineup. As y'all can see, since I took his taper up high, that lineup really pops. You know, once you take that taper up, not too high, but pretty high, and then you shape it up, leaving hair on both sides near the shape up, that taper looks HD, high definition. So then we go around his ear, emphasizing those corners of the blade. Not rushing, taking my time, but still being efficient. That's probably one of the most important keys to being a barber is efficiency. Because, I mean, you could have a conversation with your client, but you got to be working at the same time. So efficiency. I remember when I first started, I took like an hour and a half on a cut, but now I'm down to like 25 minutes on a cut and like 10 minutes on a shape up. So gotta work on your efficiency. If you're a young barber, that's a tip. Efficiency is key. Once you got, the actual skill and talent of cutting hair down, then you have to work on your efficiency. So you're going around his ear on the other side, keeping it nice and consistent, not pressing too hard because that blade will cut my client if I press too hard. Then we're cleaning up the bottom of his taper. Then we spraying hairspray. This is very important on this particular client, especially once you're doing like a big chop like this. He's been woofing for a few weeks, so hairspray will hold it in place. And then we go with our zero guard, closed. Don't be afraid. It may take down a lot, but you have to do it at the edges, the very tips of his hair. So we starting on his C-cup, making sure it's that perfect C, not too high, not too low. Making sure it matches up with the other side so that when I'm going on the other side, it'll match up. Because you don't want one side too high and then the other C-cup slope down all the way low near his eyebrow. So, but that doesn't mean you want to take your client back, but try and match it up as closely as possible. So we're using our trick. Put emphasis on that on my channel also about that. Slanting the clipper. So then we're doing this other C-cup right here. Making sure that C-cup is a perfect C. Then cleaning up the bottom of his taper. So we going on our lineup. This is after the the hairspray dried, so his hair is staying in place. As you can see, when the clipper hits it, it's not frizzling around and moving. That's why I like the hairspray a lot, especially number 4. I never tried hairspray Tresemme number 3. I know a lot of barbers on YouTube use that also, but I just like number 4 personally. Holds the hairs tightly in place. So now I switch to my other Andis T outliners, my gray ones. They got the same blade on them, but these ones are probably sharper. So, retouching up that C-cup. Now with this client, as you can see, there's a lot of hair up top, uneven, so we're gonna go in with our shears and do some heavy scissor work. We're not gonna wet his hair. It's not actually shear work, but we're just gonna trim his top. Trim some of those curls, because he got a lot of curls. So we're making sure that edge up is a straight line. Nice and perfect, making sure that C-cup is right, that slant on his corner. Checking back on that other side, making sure it matches up. You don't want to mismatch C-cup on both sides, so it's another important key. Cleaning up the bottom of his taper to make it HD, you know, high definition. And then taking out those duck clips, we're going to do some heavy scissor work. Not trimming the baby hairs, we going trimming a lot actually. So this is the Ronnie Banks haircut, although my client doesn't have his hair dyed. I think Ronnie Banks has his hair dyed, but yeah. Making sure those shears are placed flat. You know, you can put them diagonal as long as you're not puncturing your client with them on his skin. You can pull his hair as I'm doing now. And another trick I like to do, I like to point it at his skin but not puncture his skin. You know, you could take jabs at his curls. It's not going to cut them completely, but that's not what you want to do. Cut them completely. You want to trim them, make sure they're all even. So after this, I'm going to go in with my baby straight razor, I call it, the safety straight razor. I use one on each client because my parents don't want me using a straight razor yet, but it will be coming soon. I used it on previous videos, but going in with our Andis Masters, removing bulk from his hairline so his hairline could pop, make his hairline HD also, and make his curls HD also. So we go on with our baby straight razor. And yeah, YouTube, it's basically the cut. You want to pull that skin, but YouTube, I need your help. I'm trying to get my subs up. We about to hit 1K, so go comment on other barbers' YouTube pages and, you know, spam the 4th Ken, you know, saying I'm a young barber, trying to get my followings up. I appreciate it, YouTube. Also, go follow me on Instagram at the 4th Ken. Also, go subscribe to my friend Damir's channel. He just made a channel. It will be in the description.